I've been carrying a war inside my bones, fighting ghosts I never dare to name. I know my love comes broken and alone. I know I hurt the ones who try to stay. I learned to survive, not how to feel. I learned to hide when the truth gets real. My hands are full of unfinished prayers. My heart is tired, but it still beats there. I was so close to letting go, so close to closing every door. But you stood in the quiet and whispered, I'm not leaving you. Your heart is the reason I don't leave. When my faith collapses slowly and my hope can barely breathe, your heart still fights for me. When my love feels weak and empty, when I'm scared of who I'll be, I stay. Not because I believe, I stay because your heart believes in me. I said goodbye 1,000 times, without a word, without a sound. I disappear inside my mind whenever the dark comes crashing down. I know I'm hard to understand, I know I'm not the safest man, but you don't flinch when I fall apart. You hold the pieces of my heart. I pack my doubts, I pack my shame. I told myself you'll walk away, but every time I turn to run, you call my name. Your heart is the reason I don't leave. When my promises feel hollow, when my words start to deceive, your heart keeps choosing me. Even when I bring the silence, even when I bleed, I stay through the fear and pain. I stay because your heart loves deeper than mine. If love were fair, you let me fall. If truth were kind, you lose it all. But you see something beyond my scars, a man I forgot we are. So if I drown in yesterday, if I lose my voice tonight, don't let me believe I'm worthless. Don't let me lose your light. Your heart is the reason I don't leave. When my world is slowly ending and my soul is on its knees, your heart still believes. When I'm tired of if I'm standing here tomorrow, it's not courage, it's not pride, it's your heart, loving better than mine. I've walked these roads with shaking hands, hearing words I never said. I've learned to smile while breaking down, pretending I was stronger than I am. Every scar I tried to hide kept whispering my doubts at night, but somehow you kept seeing light where I only saw my flaws. You never rushed my wounded heart, never asked me to be brave. You stayed quiet in my chaos, loving me in softer ways. When I'm lost in my own storm, you don't raise your voice, you just breathe beside me and let me fall without letting go. I remain because your love is wiser than my fear. I remain because your heart knows how to hear the parts of me I cannot explain, the silence, the shame, the endless rain. I remain because your love is wiser than mine. I've built my walls with careful lies, taught myself not to depend. I thought surviving meant staying cold, never bending, never breaking again. But you see the child inside, still learning how to trust. And you don't demand perfection, you just stay when things get rough. You don't fix me when I'm torn, you don't run when hope is thin. You sit with all my questions until the answers breathe within. And when my past comes screaming loud, you don't turn away, you hold the echo until the noise starts to fade. I remain because your love is wiser than my pride. I remain because your arms don't ask me why. I'm slow to heal, afraid to change, still learning how to feel again. I remain because your love is wiser than mine. If love is a when I don't understand myself. I remain when I'm drowning in doubt and silence. Your patience outlives my pain. Your kindness rewrites my name. I remain, not because I'm strong enough. I remain because your love is wiser than mine. I remain. I've walked these streets with a borrowed smile, learning how to stand, pretending I'm fine. I've held my breath through the longest nights, afraid of my shadow, afraid of the light. I've built these walls from words I regret, from promises whispered I couldn't pretend. Every mirror knows the weight I hide. Every scar reminds me I tried. You came in quiet, no need to prove, no perfect answers, just honest truth. Listen close to the cracks in my voice, like broken things still have a choice. You never asked me to be whole. You held the parts I couldn't control. In your silence I finally knew some hearts are strong, true. And when I'm shaking, losing my ground, you don't pull away, you stay around. I hear your heartbeat, slow and sure, and a scream inside, wanting more. Your heart carries what mine said goodbye before I tried. I've closed my eyes and ran to hide. I've been the storm breaking the calm. I've been the fire burning my palms. But you don't flinch when I lose my way. You don't keep score, you don't make me pay. You see the man behind the blame, and still you whisper my name. between. I won't promise I won't fall, but I promise I won't let go. Your heart carries what mine never could. When everything breaks, you make it good. You love me longer than my fears. You calm the noise, you dry the tears. I stay with no disguise, because your heart is stronger than mine. Your heart carries what mine never could. So if I'm silent, know I'm here learning love through every tear. I stay because your heart remains the better one when I can't explain. The night is quiet, but my mind keeps breathing too loud. I've learned how to smile while breaking slowly inside. I've been the one who runs when love asked me to stay, carrying stones I never learned how to tame. Your hands don't shake when the truth starts to hurt. You listen longer than my patience allows. I speak in fragments, you hear what I hide. That's when I realize why I'm still alive. Tried to be brave, but my courage fades with the light. You stand there steady when I'm losing the fight. I scream in silence, you answer me slow. That's when my I've worn my scars like they're part of my name. Taught myself pain was safer than hope. But you don't look away when I fall apart. ever could. I shout my doubts into the dark of my soul. You whisper calm till I'm not alone. When I'm almost gone, you pull me back home. Maybe one day I'll learn how to stand without leaning on your steady hand. But until my heart learns how to heal, I'll stay right here where your love is real. I stay where your heart is stronger than mine. When I'm barely breathing, you give me time. I stay, not because I'm afraid to leave, but because your heart loves better than me. I stay. I stay. I've been walking through the noise of my own mind, carrying words I never learned to say. Every step felt heavier than the last, like I was always one breath away from breaking. I built my walls from fear and restless nights, from promises I failed to keep. I learned how to survive alone, but never learned how to believe. Your eyes don't ask me to be strong, they don't demand I pretend. You listen to my silence like you already know how it ends. I come to you unfinished, unarmed, with all the cracks I hide, and somehow you still make room for every weakness inside. And I don't have the answers, I only have this truth to say. Apart. I've known love that came with conditions, hands that let me go too soon. I've worn smiles like quiet disguises just to survive the afternoon. But you never rush my healing, you never pull me through. You stay when I'm at my weakest, like staying is what love should do. And I've been tired of the armor, I'm laying it down tonight. I stand still in the shelter of your heart. Every scar finally has a place to rest. I don't speak, I just breathe in the dark. I stand still where I'm not at my best. If my hands are shaking, if my voice breaks in two, please don't mistake my silence. I'm just learning how to stay with you. I don't need forever promise, I don't need the perfect start. Just let me stay right here in the quiet of your heart. I stand still in the shelter of your heart, where loving me is not a sacrifice. I don't fall, I don't fade, I don't depart. I stand still in the place you call mine. I stand still when the world tears me apart. I stand still in the shelter of your heart. I've been walking with a weight on my chest. Every promise I made half broken. I learned how to survive, not how to stay. I learned how to lead before words were spoken. I carry storms I never learned to calm. I hold my breath when love gets too close. Every touch feels like a question, every silence feels like a warning. I chose, you see the cracks I try to hide. You hear the truth I never say, and still you stand in front of me like you're not afraid to stay. I don't know how you forgive so slowly, I don't know how you love so clean. When my hands are shaking with doubt and my heart has never been kind to me, I stay because your heart loves better than mine. When I'm lost in the dark of my own design, you I've been living with scars I earned from loving too hard and leaving too fast. I built my walls from old goodbyes and named them lessons from the past. You don't fight the ghosts in my room, you sit with them until they sleep. You don't try to fix my broken parts, you just promise you'll keep me. And I don't deserve the way you listen, like every word is worth the pain, like even my silence has meaning, like even my weakness can stay. I don't know how you stay so gentle when my fear starts taking control. When I push you away in pieces, you still reach for my whole. I'll stay, because your heart loves better than mine. When my love is sharp and poorly designed, you choose patience every time. I'll stay when I fall apart and lose my name. You call me home, you don't call me ashamed. I stay because your heart loves better than mine. Maybe one day I'll learn your language, the way you love without defense. Maybe one day my heart will follow the mercy in your hands. Until then I stand here learning how not to run, how not to hide. I stay not because I am stronger, but because you are kinder inside. I stay because your heart loves better than mine. When I'm breaking slowly inside, you don't leave, you don't close your eyes. I stay through the nights I don't believe in myself. You believe enough for us both. You love enough for us both. I stay, not because I'm right, not because I'm healed, but because your heart loves better than mine.
The night is quiet, but my thoughts still scream inside. I walk through fire with these doubts I try to hide. I'm not the hero, I don't always choose what's right. I carry shadows that keep me awake at night. You see my weakness even when I turn away. You don't demand me, you just gently ask me to stay. And I've broken promises, I've crossed my own line. Every time I fall apart, you're still by my side. And I don't know why you don't run 'cause yours knows how to stay. I've said things careless that I wish I could take back, build walls of silence when I should have faced the cracks. I've loved imperfect, sometimes selfish, sometimes blind, but you hold the parts of me I don't know how to find. You don't try to fix me, you just let me breathe. In the quiet spaces, you still believe in me. I've chased the wrong dreams, let the right ones fade, but you see tomorrow, even in my yesterday. And I don't deserve this kind of truth, still I stay, trusting the better heart in you. I stay when my faith is paper thin. I stay when the war inside begins. I stay when I'm tired of being brave. I stay because your heart knows how to stay. If love is a promise, I fail every day. If love is forgiveness, you show me the way. I'm not asking forever, I'm not asking you to save me. Just hold the light when my darkness gets heavy. I stay when I don't trust my own name. I stay when I'm scared I'll never change. I stay when my heart can't see the truth. I stay, trusting the better heart in you, in you. If I ever learn to love the way you do, it will start right here, trusting the better heart in you. Made peace with all my failures. At least that's what I tell myself. But some nights they still come knocking when there's no one else. I've asked the mirror for forgiveness, never answers back. I've tried to love myself through the damage, but my hands, they always slip and crack. Then you looked at me without fixing, without asking me to be brave. You didn't flinch at my weakness. You stayed, and you stayed. You stayed. When my words fall apart mid-sentence, when my chest forgets how to breathe, you don't rush me into healing. You just let me be incomplete. Your heart holds me when mine falls apart, when I'm breaking in silence in the dark. You don't demand I be stronger. You don't tell me who I should start to be. Your heart holds me, and I can't carry me. I've loved in ways that left me empty. I've stayed where I should have run. I've confused pain with devotion, and survival with love. But you never made me earn you, never turned my scars into shame. You saw the mess I was becoming and loved me the same. When my past grips my throat, when regret starts speaking loud, you don't drown me in promises. You pull me close and let me break down. Your heart holds me when mine falls apart, when I'm lost in the echo of who we are. You don't save me with answers. You don't pretend this is easy. Your heart holds me when I don't believe in me. Maybe one day I'll stop trembling. Maybe I'll stand without fear. But if that day never finds me, I hope you hear this clear. I stay not because I am perfect. I stay not because I am strong. I stay because your heart knows how to love when mine is gone. Your heart holds me when mine falls apart, when I'm empty, exhausted, and scarred. If my voice disappears in the night, if I forget who I've been, your heart holds me again. Again.